All right, welcome back to Geared Up on GeekWire. I'm Todd Bishop here with Taylor Soper, who is in for Andrew Edwards this week. Taylor, you've covered this company that we're about to talk about next. It's called Play Impossible. It is a Seattle-based startup, and they have a product that they just came out with. It's available at Target and Amazon called the Gameball. It's a connected Bluetooth device, and it allows you to play a bunch of mini games through your smartphone, or coming soon, they say, the Fire TV.
Yep.
And iPhone or Android. You've seen a bunch of demos from these folks. What have been your takeaways? What should people know about the Play Impossible Gameball, which we're about to try out here in a moment?
We are. So the idea is cool and it makes sense. Technology's been built for decades to mostly keep us sitting down and staring at screens and not moving. So the co-founders of this company, Play Impossible, have thought of a way to use technology to actually make us more active. And so it's cool. And so the price point is one issue I may have, and maybe as
So $100 a ball.
$100 a ball. I mean, it seems a little expensive, but we'll see how it goes. But they've built a lot of really cool mini games in this that are creative and innovative, but also let you do more traditional sports, just throwing it as you might think of that way. So it's a good combination of new games that they've basically invented, also combining just with traditional, let's play with the ball and throw it around type of idea.
Yeah, so a couple things to know, and things were eye-opening to me. You're not supposed to kick this, throw it hard against a wall. You're not supposed to bat it with a bat, so you're not going to be playing baseball with this because it has the potential to damage it. It's more about mini games and things that are under a little bit more control.
So use your hands, not your feet, although it does mimic a mini soccer ball more than anything, I think.
It does. And the balls, as I understand it, are made by Baden,
Yep.
which is the very popular sports equipment company based here in the Seattle area.
This is an all Seattle product.
Yeah, absolutely. So the other thing to know is that you end up charging them with this little wand, and it's interesting. You only get about an hour of gameplay per charge, but the cool thing is, and I'll show you how to do this, so you can hear it charge. So it's 74, 77, 79, 80, 86, 88, 90. So it is now at 100% charge,
That's
just
actually,
like that.
That's amazing. So that takes like 10 seconds. So do you charge that then?
Yeah, no, this has batteries in it.
Okay.
I believe they're
okay.
either AA or AAA batteries in the wand.
So the idea is you take the wand with you when you go
exactly.
play.
Yeah, and you need to have that wand. It's key. And so there's a variety of games you can play. I've been playing this with my daughter quite a bit. And for me, just to take a step back, we featured this in a session at the GeekWire Summit called Inventions We Love. I've made a tradition of picking at least one invention from that session that we have each year and buying the device myself. So this is the latest example. I put out $200 of my own money to get these game balls. The previous one was the Koros smart helmet, which I'm still using.
Really?
This is the whole Bluetooth connected.
Bone conduction.
Bone induction. Is it bone induction? At any rate, they basically play the sound through your bones. Bike helmet.
So you're still using it?
I'm still using it. Yeah, absolutely. So, and I have a hunch. I think these things will be around. My daughter, who's 6 years old, really gets into this stuff. She loves the Connect. So it's video games, but it's activity, and she loves to be able to play with the game balls. In fact, the last couple nights she's been getting her reading done early, her school homework done early, so we could play with these game balls.
I gotta say, I try to avoid using the word magical when describing companies, but there is something cool about touching it, tapping it, throwing it, and having the technology kind of respond to you in an instant. I think they've
047 connected.
There we go. They've done a good job of keeping it simple, I think, but also, it's a complex product to put together. So
it is, and I will say that the app takes a little bit of learning.
Right.
So you got to spend a little bit of time with the app and figure out, because they've got different sections for different things, and you actually have to quit one section to go into another, which I'm doing right here. So let's just give you a sense first for the Sport Labs. So
That's the metric you want to hear.
So this is the ability to basically see exactly what the ball's doing. So right now I'm going to throw it up in the air and spin it. Oop, actually, it's your ball that's connected,
very good
Taylor.
throw there.
It's your ball that's connected, Taylor.
674 rotations per minute.
Right, and so you can say, okay, what about height?
That's cool.
3.4 feet.
So it knows exactly how much you've done it. It knows exactly how much air time.
0.9 seconds of air time.
This is cool, and we could just play a game right now. Who could throw it higher? Who could throw it faster?
Exactly. And then, so that's sort of the Sport Labs, as they call it. So I'm going to quit out of that. I'm going to go to the other games. And then you can do head-to-head. So there's games like Keep Away and Duel with the 2 balls. You do Skyscraper where you're basically like building something virtually. And then here's one of my favorites, Taylor, Splash. It's like a virtual water balloon game where let's do free play.
Gameball softly.
So you have to catch it softly. If you catch it with the palm of your hands, just like a water balloon, they'll
Explode.
sense it and it'll explode. So let's go. Here we go.
487, 468, 500.
We're throwing it back and forth. Now let me see if I can splash it. Okay.
663.
Okay, I'll do it.
507.
Oh.
So I grabbed it too hard and it
Longest
splashed.
pause is 663 milliseconds.
So you can envision you're out on a field and you've got the phone and you're holding the phone, but you're tossing it way far and seeing if you can catch it without splashing it.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's a lot of fun. And then of course we go back here and you have a showdown, so you can do head-to-head play. And this is the one that
Red player,
John
double
Cook and
tap
I
your
did.
game ball. Blue player, toss your game ball.
So you double tap, Taylor. You'll be red.
Or maybe I'm blue.
Okay, go ahead.
Red player, double tap your game ball.
Okay. All right. So
Nice.
now let's see. Let's do shake. Let's see who can shake the ball more.
Okay.
I know this was the one that we did at the GeekWire Summit, but let's do it again.
Shake the game ball until you gain 3,000 points.
I gotta get
Okay, you
positioned
ready?
for this.
You ready?
3, 2,
Okay.
1, go.
Okay, I got you. Red's ahead. Red's leading. Okay.
Are you red or am I red?
I don't know. Wow.
Hard impact.
Ooh, that's a workout. My arms are sore.
I wish I knew who won.
Everyone's a winner.
So a lot of fun. Let's see. Let's try one more here. Push our luck here. We did reaction. Oh, air spin was a good one. Remember we did that one. Let's do this one. So sprint.
Toss and spin until you reach 25 spins. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so we're tossing the balls in the air and spinning them, and it's counting. Who's okay? Blue wins. I can't remember who's who. That is.
Well, red won once and blue won once.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
there
So
you
we
go.
each can claim some victory. At any rate, I've been having a ton of fun with them. I like the size of the balls.
Yeah.
They basically fit in the hand. You can palm them very easily. They're good for kids. And the other cool thing is it's clear that they're going to be updating this app and you'll be getting new mini games along the way. I like the concept. The app could be a little bit more user friendly. I like the big text, but it's easy to get lost in terms of where exactly you are. The balls do deplete pretty quickly, and it would be nice if you could basically. But then look at that! It's so cool to charge them up. I mean,
That
it
is
sounds so cool. I love the sound effects that they've done in these things. So ball 47 is charging up here. Let me try it one more time. There it goes. So
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
it's a really cool experience. I love all the little touches they've got here. For a version 1 product, I've been really impressed with how well it works.
Yeah, I think it does fit into this whole trend of sensors in
Yep.
balls, and not just for kids and games like this, but the NFL is starting to do this in footballs to basically glean all the data they can from the ball movement. And this is a really good example of using it just for games for kids or even adults. I think it's fun for us to play this too. So cool way of, now that the technology's kind of ready and it's here, to integrate it with this and see how do people actually interact with it, and do they enjoy it, and what can you do with the data?
To me, that's one of the most remarkable things. If you go back to the sport labs, the precision with which this is measuring
Right.
this particular device is just, it's
Tap the
incredible.
ticket you want to hear.
So, I mean, it's like literally airtime is,
0.4 seconds
I mean,
of airtime.
it's amazing in terms of RPMs here.
700.
Ooh.
I mean, you can see, I mean, like just small variations that is down to just the small amount of rotation there.
And force too, as well.
Yeah,
That's
force.
interesting.
So that's
12.0
Yeah.
Gs.
you can see with this kind of data, it's kind of a raw template for them to create all sorts of other games. I mean, they've got some really neat measurements here that they can just fashion into different types of games. So,
Yeah, and I think it's fun, but it's also, you think about, as you said, the data, they can probably create a lot of competitions, leaderboards, that, using all the numbers here, who can throw it the highest, who had the longest water balloon toss. So a lot of opportunity here, and we'll see if how the reviews come in, and also if people are willing to pay this much for the product. But for
you think
you,
$100 is too much?
I mean, if it means, I think there's maybe some value outside of what we're just doing. For example, your daughter is excited about it. It's getting her active. You'd probably rather have her do that than sit in front of her iPad for 3 hours at night.
Absolutely.
So there's probably beyond monetary value. There's just some benefits there. So
And we were playing this primarily over the weekend when it was raining, so we were in the house. But I really want to get this thing out on a field with, frankly, I want to get it out with like another adult and try like the 30-yard water balloon thing.
Right.
Like that would be really fun. Like maybe we should go out and do that after this show.
That's a
That
good
would be
idea.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
And I'm sure it's probably exciting for the company too. As I mentioned leaderboards, but maybe there could be a Play Impossible League or something where you guys should get. They're almost creating a new sport essentially, which is kind of cool using technology.
Yeah, you can see this being the first step towards something much bigger. The other thing that would be cool for them to add would be like a GPS tracker, like a Find My Game Ball thing, which we talked about on stage at the GeekWire Summit, and you could tell from the CEO's look that I would not be surprised if they were working on that feature.
I think so.
So, all right, so that is the Play Impossible Game Ball. It's available for $100 for each ball, for any ball, and you can get as many as you want there at Amazon and Target. I actually got this on Target.com because it was available there before it was available on Amazon. And so that's, again, the Play Impossible Game Ball. We will link from the show notes on GeekWire to everything we talked about this week on Geared Up. Thanks for having your Geared Up
fun.
debut.
That was geeky.
Absolutely. Until next time, I'm Todd Bishop.
And I'm Taylor Soper.
Andrew Edwards will be next week. Andrew Edwards will be back next week. Thanks for listening to Geared Up on GeekWire.